There is a door. It's older than your grandfather, made of oak and polished by a century of discreet handshakes. It has no keyhole for a key. The only way through is an invitation, handed down by those already inside. We are told a story about what happens behind it, a story of golf, of old whiskey, and of status. It's a pleasant story. And it is a lie. The truth is far more significant. The truth is that these clubs are not social institutions. They are the quiet, relentless engines of power. And to understand how they work, we need to follow the journey of a man who thought he had everything, only to discover the one thing he couldn't buy. Let's call him Alex, a tech billionaire. He owns a private island, a space company, and the influence that comes with it. But he is frustrated. In public, he's a titan. In the halls of real, enduring power, he is still an outsider. Then the invitation comes, not to a conference, but to a retreat. The location is secret. The guest list is confidential. This is his first glimpse of the machine. Why was Alex, with all his wealth, only now being considered? Because the first function of a private club is not to attract power, but to filter it. As sociologist C. Wright Mills outlined in his book, The Power Elite, 1956, the upper class consolidates its power through a series of private orbits. They don't just want your money, they want your legacy. They are vetting for durability and predictability. This is why new money is often initially kept out. History is full of reminders that money alone was never enough. Take the early 1900s. J.P. Morgan could move markets with a telegram. Presidents whispered his name with equal parts fear and respect. Yet even he couldn't buy his way past the social barricades of old New England. The Boston Brahmins, guardians of a centuries-old hierarchy, saw him not as a titan, but as a tradesman. To them, Morgan's wealth was too new, too loud, too earned.
Do not dare dismiss me like some common vagrant.
It wasn't just him. Entire generations of industrial magnates found themselves shut out of elite clubs and circles, simply because their power came from productivity rather than pedigree. If the man who bailed out the U.S. government could be kept out of a social club, what does that tell you? The club's function is to filter out power that is disruptive to the social order, ensuring only those who will play the long-established game are allowed to join the inner circle. Alex isn't being judged on his net worth. He's being judged on whether his grandchildren will still be in the room. Let's get back to our story, proper. Once inside, Alex enters a new reality. The friction of the outside world, the lawyers, the regulations, the public scrutiny, vanishes. He finds himself in a conversation with a senator who chairs a key regulatory committee. There are no phones, no notepads. This is the second function. The club is a legal gray zone for coordination. Take the Bilderberg meeting. For over half a century, this private gathering has brought together 120 to 150 of the most powerful people in the West. Its contents are secret. According to academic Dr. Ian Richardson, its power lies in building what he calls a consensus reality among the attendees. A comment like,
"The economy is overheating."
Indeed.
Isn't just small talk, it's a signal. When these individuals return to their public roles, the policies they enact often move in startling, synchronized harmony. What looks from the outside like independent action is in fact the output of a private consensus. Alex isn't just making a new contact, he is being woven into the nervous system of global power. The club is the ultimate management tool. It offers the disruptor the one thing they can't get on their own: permanence. A guarantee that their influence will be woven into the fabric of power. The price? Their revolutionary fire. Alex leaves the retreat, but he is not the same man. The outsider has become a stakeholder. The threat has been neutralized, not by defeat, but by assimilation. So what is the real product being traded behind that oak door? It is not status. It is not even deals. It is sovereignty. The sovereignty to operate beyond public scrutiny, the sovereignty to coordinate with your so-called competitors, the sovereignty to ensure that your influence and that of your heirs remains permanent. The private club is the fortress where legacy is manufactured. It doesn't just protect the powerful, it designs the very blueprint of power for the next century. Power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't trend, and it doesn't argue in public. It gathers quietly. It aligns privately, and it survives by staying unseen. Private clubs aren't a conspiracy. They're an infrastructure. The place where influence stops competing and starts coordinating. Once you see that, the world looks different. Headlines feel late, surprises feel rehearsed, and outcomes stop feeling accidental. If this shifted how you see the world, stay with us. Like the video, drop a comment, subscribe, and watch the next one. Remember, the game isn't rigged, it is designed.